We begin this morning with some breaking news from the Vatican. The Pope has passed away. Pope Francis died just about 3 hours ago. Vatican officials posted on X, quote, "The Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the house of the Father." Good Monday morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. The pontiff died just one day after he wished everyone a happy Easter. Our Mercedes McKay is joining us live from the Cathedral Basilica with the legacy the Pope is leaving behind. Good morning, Mercedes.
Good morning, Rennie and Michelle. Well, this morning, Catholics here in St. Louis and across the country are mourning the loss of Pope Francis, who died hours ago at the age of 88. And this morning, I have reached out to the Archdiocese of St. Louis for a statement, but we're waiting to hear back at this time. But Rennie and Michelle, I've been in contact with them since the Pope got sick months ago. So here's what we do know. Archbishop Rosansky will give remarks to the community, and his message will be primarily pastoral. Now, Pope Francis was the first Latin American pontiff and was known for his progressive approach to leading the Catholic Church by reaching out to the LGBTQ+ community and championing the rights of immigrants and the poor. Cardinal Kevin Farrell announced the Pope's death in a statement released by the Vatican around 3 a.m. our time. It reads in part, quote, "At 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the house of the Father." Now, this video was just from yesterday on Easter Sunday when the Pope made his final appearance. He did not preside over Easter services, but he did deliver some remarks from his balcony over St. Peter's Square. Pope Francis's death comes months after he was admitted to the hospital on February 14th for a respiratory crisis that developed into double pneumonia. His body will be on display in an open coffin in St. Peter's Basilica. Now, he's expected to be buried at the ancient Basilica of St. Mary Major, which lies outside the Vatican walls. Now, there have been 8 popes over the last century. Pope Francis was elected in 2013 to succeed Pope Benedict XVI, the first pope to resign in more than 600 years. Now, before Benedict was the 27-year period of Pope John II, who visited St. Louis in 1999. And Rennie and Michelle, coming up in our next half hour, I'll explain what the process is like to select our next Pope. Michelle?
Before you go, we're just talking here about the whole selection process for the next Pope. Is there speculation that a cardinal with ties to St. Louis may be a front runner to become the next Pope?
Rennie, Michelle, yeah, there actually is. So there's been speculation for a few months now that Cardinal Raymond Leo Burke, he was the Archbishop here from 2004 to 2008, is one of the 2 American cardinals who are front runners right now. This is, again, all speculation, and this was actually from a book that was released back in 2020 called The Next Pope. Cardinal Burke was one of 19 cardinals mentioned as front runners who could lead the Catholic Church. Now, if chosen, this would be a drastic difference from Pope Francis. Pope Francis is known for some of his more progressive values, while Cardinal Burke is much more conservative. And we'll have more on that discussion coming up on Tissel Plus at 7 a.m. on the 5+ app that you can download for free. Live in the Central West End, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.